even after performing 100 and 1000 reps of wrist curls and hammer curls, you're not seeing any forearm gains, then this video is for you.
All you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. All you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
What's up YouTube? So in today's video, I will be giving you an anatomy-based forearm workout. So before we start, let's have a look on the anatomy of forearm muscles. Since there are many deep muscles in our forearms, but the most visible and most targeted ones are the flexors, extensors and brachioradialis. So in this video, I will be breaking down the exercises in such a way that you will be able to target these muscles in an effective way. So once you're clear with the anatomy, let's see the function of these muscles. So flexors is responsible for flexing our wrist like this and closing our fingers, and also help in the pronation of our hands like this. And in case of the extensors, they are involved in extending our wrist like this and opening of our fingers, and also assist in supination like this, where our palms come upward. And the brachioradialis muscle is responsible for elbow flexion and also the supination and pronation of our arm. But one thing you have to note about with the brachioradialis muscle is that it doesn't cross our wrist, it ends up here. So to activate this muscle properly, only wrist flexion and extension is not sufficient. We should add some elbow flexion and extension too. So let's see all the exercises which will help you to target this muscle effectively. And at the end of the video, I will also give you some home hacks. So before we start the video, I will be giving you some of the tweaks with which, even using the lighter weights, you will be able to activate your forearm muscles effectively. So if you don't have access to heavy weights at home, or if you are using light weights or any objects at home for your forearm workout, then you can place that at the ends of your fingers like this here, and then perform the curls. Since our finger flexion and extension is also responsible for forearm activation, it will be helpful for you. So with the light weights also, you will be able to effectively hit your forearms. And if you are using the heavy weights, or if you are working out in the gym, then in all the exercises you have to hold the bar deep within the palm, that is the center of the palm here, and then perform the curls, extension and deviation and all the exercises that I have to discuss in this video. So it should look like this. If you have light weights, then hold it just at the ends of the fingers here and then perform the curls. So the finger flexion will also assist in the forearm activation like this. And if you are using a heavy weight, then hold it deep under the palms like this and then perform the extension, flexion or deviation. Now based on the anatomy and the function of the forearm muscles, let's discuss all the exercises in this video. So in this first exercise, we will target our flexor muscles, which is involved in flexing our wrist and also closing our fingers. So with these both functions, it's clear that we have to involve some flexion in this exercise. So we will be holding the dumbbells like this, either deep within the palms or at the ends of our fingers, and then placing it on the thighs like this. Make sure that you're supporting your elbows and not lifting it as you curl. You will lose some range of motion if you lift your elbows. So support it here and then keeping deep within your palms, curl it upward and squeeze your flexor muscles, that is on the top of your forearms here. Flexors, squeeze it. So we are doing the curl in the supinated position to hit our flexor muscles. Then we move on to the anterior side of our forearms, that is our extensors, which is involved in extending our forearms and opening our fingers like this. So with this function in mind, it's clear that we have to do some extension with the weights with this anterior side of our forearms, that is our extensors. So we will be holding the dumbbells either deep in or at the ends of the fingers here. So since this weight is light, I will be doing both of the variations, and you can clearly observe with yourself by changing the position of this hold either at the ends of the fingers or deep within. You will feel some different activation with this. So I will be placing it on my thighs like this. So the elbow will be supported completely here, and then I will curl upward in a pronated position here, and then I will squeeze my extensors, then lower down. So you have to squeeze your extensors and hold there for, pause there for 1 second and then lower down. Squeeze it, pause there, then lower down. This will also work partially on our brachioradialis muscles, since they are also involved here. Since your extension movement is a bit weaker as compared to the flexion, so I will recommend that start with the lighter weight with this exercise. So keep your elbow supported here and then extend your wrist completely and lower down. You can see the activation of my forearms after completing 10 reps with this exercise. So some of the other functions of our forearm muscle is pronation, that is facing your palms downward, and supination, that is facing your palms upward. So during pronation, our flexor muscles is involved, that is under our forearms, and during supination, our extensor muscles is involved, that is over our forearms here. And also our brachioradialis, that is the muscle here, plays a synergistic role while doing the pronation and supination. So this is the big muscle that you can see here. So to work on this, we have to use weight and perform the pronation and supination. So it goes like this. So here also you have to place support on your elbows completely. So here also you have to support your elbows completely. Then you have to perform pronation so that your palms are facing downward. So not only your pronation, you have to try to rotate as much as it's possible for you. So your palms are facing completely down. Then from here, come back up and supinate it. So here your palms will face upward and then try to rotate it towards right, like this. You will feel some burn here. Then pronate completely. Then supinate. So you have to do this alternately, like this. So here you have to make sure that as you pronate and supinate, you are not lifting your elbows, or else you might put strain on your elbows like this. And one more thing, that you have to not just drop the weights like this. You have to control it, slowly control it and then come back up. Don't drop it like this. Slowly control and squeeze your muscles, then change the direction. Slowly control here, then change the direction. Don't do this one. This is the wrong way to do it. You won't feel activation in your forearm muscles. Do it in a slow and controlled manner. With this exercise, you need a good mobility in your wrist, or else you might strain it. So if you are looking for mobilizing your wrist, I already made a video on that. You can check the link in the description. And since our brachioradialis muscle that sits here, that comes outward here, don't cross our wrist. It ends up here. So it's necessary that we also involve some of the exercises which not only just covers wrist extension and flexion, but also covers our elbow extension and flexion. So if our elbow is in a pronated position, we can reduce the activation of biceps and increase the activation of this brachioradialis muscle. So here we have to perform the extension in a pronated position like this. So it's called as a reverse curls. So I will be holding the dumbbell like this in a pronated position where my palms are facing downward, and then from here I will curl upward like this. You can see the brachioradialis muscle activating here. The one which is popping out like this. It has a major function in the elbow flexion, so it's necessary that we flex it slow and controlled. Again, with this exercise, we need some good mobility and strength in our wrist joint, or else we won't be able to hold the dumbbells in this position and then curl upward. So to make it a bit easier, you can change the grip and place it in a neutral grip like this, and then curl upward. This is called the hammer curls. This will also activate your brachioradialis muscle here, along with some flexor and extensor activation. So this exercise will be a bit easier on your wrist joint. So if you are a real beginner, then start with this exercise, and as you progress and your wrist joint strength increases, you can just change it into a pronated grip and then curl upward like this. So our forearm muscles also has an important role of wrist adduction, that is bringing your wrist closer to the body, and wrist abduction, that is moving your wrist away from the body. So here, as you perform wrist adduction, it's called as radial deviation as you move towards the radial bone. And when you perform wrist abduction, it's called as a ulnar deviation as you move towards the ulnar bone. So you can add this movement into your forearm training to get a better stimulation of your forearm muscles. And since if you have never done this exercise ever before, it will provide a great stimulus for your forearm growth. So for this, either you can use a dumbbell, but with the dumbbells you get restricted by the plates. So what I will do is, if you have this adjustable plate dumbbell, then you can remove one plate like this. And then hold the end. Or else you can use any other object for this exercise. And then from here I will perform wrist adduction, which is called as a radial deviation. So I will bring my thumbs upward here, like this. So you can see the activation in my forearm muscles. Then I will go down, and I will bring it up. Then I will go down slowly, up, slow. So there are also many deep muscles in your forearms. As we move our wrist in different direction, they will also get targeted. So with this exercise, you will get the benefit of that. So you are moving in the upward direction like this. With thumbs move in upward direction, slowly roll down. Up, down, up, down. So if you see my frontal plane, you can see that it is called as a wrist adduction, as my wrist is moving towards the body, like this. But we generally do it in a sagittal plane like this. Then we move on to the ulnar deviation, that is the wrist abduction. So here you can hold it like this in a supinated grip, and then from there, now you have to point your thumbs downward and bring the bar up like this. Thumbs down, bar up. Thumbs down, bar up. Slow and controlled. So pause at the end point for 1 second, then lower down. Pause at the end point, feel your muscles, lower down. So both these exercises are a bit difficult one, and if you have never worked your forearm in this direction, then I would recommend that start with the lighter weights, and then as you build some strength, move on to the heavier ones. You can see the insane pump in my forearms after practicing this. So I won't end this video without giving you some home hacks. So for the extension and flexion, you can use this heavy water bottles. So like this you can do the flexion, like this you can do the extension, and also pronation and supination can be done with the water bottle. Similarly, reverse curls also you can perform with the water bottle like this. So fill the water bottle completely and decide the weight as much as possible for you. And for the radial deviation and ulnar deviation, you can use a chair or any heavy sticks that you have at home. So this is called as a radial deviation. So you lift up like this using both your arms. This was the radial deviation, and now we will do the ulnar deviation, which is the wrist abduction. So let's see how it's done in the chair. So hold it in this grip, and then try to bring your thumbs, and then try to point your thumbs downward by lifting the chair up like this. Slow and a controlled way. Trust me, if you are not doing these two exercises, then you are lacking a lot of forearm activation in your routine. And even if you don't do other exercises, but you start doing these two exercises in your routine, you will see some massive gains in your forearms. Since there is no other exercises where these movements are involved. With the bicep curls, with the deadlift, with the chin-ups, pull-ups, we can see the extension and flexion of our wrist, but we never see the adduction and abduction of our wrist. So intentionally adding the weights with this movement will provide some massive gains for you. Thanks for watching the video. I hope I gave you some new exercises and information about the forearm muscles and the exercises to activate it. So do add these workouts into your forearm routine to see some massive gains. And if you find my content helpful, then consider subscribing to my channel for more fitness and nutrition videos, and we will meet in the next video.